monkeys!
Yo, YouTube, welcome to the channel, The Master Assassin. Today, I want to talk about Frieza and what I believe to be the biggest problem with his character. After kind of going through the granola arc and reading and seeing the power that he has obtained, I started to think about his character as a whole and why it doesn't make much sense to me. Why he's all of a sudden having, this revelation to train and gain this power. Frieza is pretty much the main antagonist of the Dragon Ball series, as he undoubtedly has the most appearances in Dragon Ball of any villain combined. He's a fan favorite amongst the community, and rightfully so. Apart from Boo, he's by far the most ruthless villain our heroes have ever encountered. Frieza is fully aware of his reputation for brutality and makes no effort to deny it, but instead marvels in it as evidenced by his introduction to the Namekians. At his core, Frieza relishes glory, power, agony, dominance, and control, as shown in his enjoyment of Planet Vegeta's destruction. It's amazing that he was as powerful as he was without ever training a day in his life. But this is where the problem in his character lies. He has always known that his potential was vast and seemingly limitless. He apparently sees no reason to train because he does not believe anyone will surpass him. However, this can't be the case. Clearly, in the early days of Z, he was aware that there were stronger beings than himself. He even eradicates his Saiyans off the mere legend that surfaced of a warrior rising to unbelievable strengths, rivaling and possibly even surpassing his own. We know that he knew of Boo's existence. We know that he personally met Beerus. Knowing that Frieza would never accept anyone being stronger than him, why would he not look to surpass them, as they clearly stand in the way of his quest to conquer the universe? It's easy to look past this and say Beerus posed no real threat and didn't care if Frieza did. Boo was more of a myth at the time because he was sealed away, but even so, the knowledge of just how small he was in comparison to them. Frieza is an egotistical, narcissistic psychopath. Are we really supposed to believe that when he came into contact, he was just accepting of the power difference? Let's say your answer is yes. Fine. Once he finally comes into contact with Goku and gets a taste of the legendary Super Saiyan power firsthand, it's safe to assume that he should at least be relieved, no? I mean, he's been scared of this legend, and even when powering up to the maximum, going off the anime adaptation, he puts up a decent fight until his stamina begins to diminish. Knowing this, there will be no real reason to train once Cold puts him back together, right? Because in his eyes, if not for the damage dealt from the Spirit Bomb, he would have mopped the floor with Goku, justifying his hasted approach to Earth, right? Wrong. It makes no sense that he would do that, going off of what we know from Resurrection F. His loss against Goku should have sparked the same reaction then as it did when he was resurrected years later. It's said that Frieza only trained because he heard of Boo's defeat at the hands of Goku, but he still had no real gauge of his power. He trained to a point that had he just done that from the jump, the series would be over. You lost to Goku. Had you just trained for 3 months, then went to Earth, where would the series be now? You were essentially, when you got resurrected, at the same strength you were when you lost to Trunks, which was early Z. You trained for 3 months and jumped all the way up to godlike powers. That doesn't make any sense to me. I still can't fathom that all of a sudden he wakes up and he's like, oh, I'm gonna train. It's the same Frieza from Z. Why didn't he train then? Frieza should have always had the idea to usurp the gods from the moment he met Beerus. He knew that he could train, yet he didn't. It took him 3 months to unlock a new form, yet he just stopped there. Clearly he knew he could keep going, yet he doesn't. Why? This egregiously goes against his character, as he has already been beaten twice. Why would he leave a shadow of a doubt? As we fast forward to the end of the granola arc, it looks as though Frieza finally managed to guarantee absolute victory after witnessing Goku, Vegeta, Broly, and Gogeta, not to mention his participation in the Tournament of Power and seeing Jiren in action. He's trained for 10 years, and now his new black form seems to surpass each and every one of them, and quite possibly even Beerus. But why does it seem like Frieza's making an even bigger mistake than he ever has? He has the opportunity to take Goku and Vegeta out, and he doesn't, which, by the way, doesn't make any sense because, judging by the way he punched the both of them, it was a hell of a lot harder than the way he punched Gas, and he went straight through him. But I digress. He leaves them alive for what we can only assume to be some elaborate plan. I can't see a reason why he would reveal such power and not finish the job. What could he be planning in the shadows? Could his knowledge of the other realms and the Omni King have something to do with this? We will have to wait and see. However, it seems as though Frieza will never truly learn his lesson. You guys let me know what you think down in the comments. What do you think about his new form? What do you think about him all of a sudden just, oh, I'm going to train? And why do you believe that he didn't train when he got beat the first time by Goku instead of rushing to Earth. Leave your comments down below. Let me know what you think. Peace.